Hey, what's up guys? It's Pixelated Apollo. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to another online battle of Medieval 2 Total War, a 2v2, and this is a sub-battle replay sent in by Locust. So thank you for the support in the battle replay. I truly appreciate it. And this is a different battle because it's so low on funds. It's 7.5k per player. So that's 15k as a team. Now that's crazy low. So let's go ahead and check out the armies and the player names. So we have England, commanded by Locust. And we have way over here, we have his ally, Poland, commanded by BMKM21. And looking at the two opponents, we have the Mongolians, commanded by I'm a Dapper Dan Man, which kind of sounds like a sketch from Tim and Eric. And then we have Egypt, commanded by Slender Scares Me. So some new players here that I've never seen or I've never played against. And that's really awesome to see. It's awesome to see the community grow and get to see some new players. So let's look at the army comps now, starting with England. So England went with a quality army over quantity. And he has 4 yeoman archers. And then he brought 4 armored swordsmen. So pretty good infantry corps here. And then his cav, he brought 2 feudal knights and a general's bodyguard. So that's it. This is his whole army, which is pretty crazy, pretty low funds. Now let's go ahead and check out Poland. So Poland brought, let's see, 2 dismounted Polish knights. Here they are, nice and shiny. And then he brought 3 woodsmen with their massive axes. They're pretty good. And then he brought 4 town militia, which I haven't seen town militia on the battlefield and online in forever. And then for his cav, he spent most of his money on his cav. He has 2 Polish guard and 4 Polish knights, and his general is in this unit here. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see like how Poland attacks, because it's mostly going to be cav strikes. I mean, his infantry could hold the line for a little bit, especially his dismounted Polish knights. They're pretty good at fighting. But overall, this is going to be just a massive cav battle for him. Now, looking at the opponents, most of their army is hidden in the trees. So we're just going to kind of look at their army as the battle plays on. But if we look over here, the Mongols are bringing 2 units of rockets, and the general is in this unit of rocket launchers. So make sure that just realize, if you're new to online, realize that the first unit you pick will be the unit that the general is in. So you want to put like general's bodyguard or a elite unit as the first unit that you select when you're building your army. And then Egypt over here, he has 2 cannons. He's got some Sudanese gunners, and he has some royal Mamelukes. So let's go ahead and play this one. Now, they have the terrain over here, the terrain advantage, Egypt and the Mongols. So I think they're going to hold this one, especially the fact that they have artillery. Which, personally, I don't think artillery is that great in a pitch battle. In fact, I think it's a liability. I know I've said this before, but whenever you're facing someone who has artillery on the battlefield, don't rush your attack. Be patient. Even if he's firing volleys at you, just let them fire. Most of the time he will miss. He will get a couple good hits, but don't worry. It's not going to be like end of the world kind of hits. He's going to kill like a couple units here and there. It's not going to be a big deal. So I'm not saying, just sit there and let him bombard you. I'm just saying don't rush your attack. Take your time. You see how Locust is just kind of marching. He's just going to let him fire at him. I mean, look, he got a pretty good hit there. That was actually a fantastic hit. But you won't really see that much. And it's not even a big deal. It's really not. I mean, for the amount of money he spent on these cannons, they're not going to get enough kills. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We have Poland charging forward. Oh my god, he's going straight for those rockets. The rockets are firing directly at them. Looks like oh jeez. This is brutal. This is just a massive blob rush right here. And then yeah, he's gonna charge from all sides. Looks like we've got some Khansguard here and some Mongol heavy lancers. So it looks like Egypt and the Mongols went heavy for cav, or spent most of their money for cav. And oh my god, the Mongols are going to surround this poor Polish player. So this is pretty risky. You don't want to get too aggressive with your cav. Kind of like what Poland is doing here right now. It's just too aggressive, and he's too far away from his infantry. You really want to make sure your infantry is close by. That way you can support your cav in a cav fight. But look at the Mongols right now. They're not worried whatsoever. And see how he retreats his cav here? That he leaves an opening for the rockets to fire, and they are just slicing through the Polish cav. This is nasty. This is just nasty. Good use of the rockets here. And here's the Polish general. He needs to keep him alive. If he dies, his army will break. And finally, the Polish infantry show up here. Oh my god. Oh. There goes their general. 2 rocket fire. That's a horrible way to go. Oh my god. Infantry charging straight for the rockets. You want to spread your men out. You don't want to get into this column formation. This is not a good formation when charging artillery. That's what I was talking about. You don't want to do that. He just lost like 100 men right there in that one volley. So yeah, when you're attacking artillery, don't rush, but like don't blob up your troops, because then they can get good kills. But it looks like we have a little cav engagement going on here. He's chasing down some camel riders. That's cool. We can check out these camel riders. Some composite bow cavalry. So Poland is done. He is done. His army is slaughtered within a couple of seconds thanks to rockets, good maneuvering of Mongol cav, and poor Poland. They never had a chance. Now England's all by himself, but if you look at the balance of power, it's oddly 50-50. Even though that 49%, 50% of Locust's his army, his team, is destroyed, which is pretty crazy. So all he can really do now is hold this hill. Hopefully the Egyptians and the Mongols attack him. But he's going to have some pretty amazing archers. So hopefully he can use these yeoman archers against his opponent. Yeah, there we have a mid defeat by Poland just like that. That is just crazy. Alright guys, so if you're new to this game, that is never a good strategy. Do not blob up your forces. Never, ever, ever blob up your forces. It looks like we have some friendly fire there. That's always fun to watch. Yeah, keep your forces spread out. You know, with the infantry, form a line. Form a nice solid line. And then with your cav, you know, don't blob up your cav. Spread out your cav. It's going to be useful. But it looks like the Egyptian Royal Mamelukes going for the yeoman archers. And a pretty good move there by Locust to kind of sandwich the cav in. But I don't think that charge was worth it. Look at all the cav he lost to armored swordsmen. And then he's getting some flanking shots with the yeoman archers. So that was kind of in favor of England there. If I was the Mongols in Egypt, I would not attack in waves. It seems like they're kind of attacking in waves. I mean, they could be trying to get Locust, you know, trying to get him to be a little bit uncomfortable because Locust is still forming up his army. If you look at his army, it's kind of like all over the place. So maybe he's just trying to, you know, cause Locust to kind of micro all over the place. But overall, I would wait for the rest of my army to show up before I start engaging too much. And by the looks of it, we have good news for Locust. The enemy is coming to him, which you should be able to get a lot of volleys off with your archers. He's trying to group up his men up on this hill. The Mongol heavy archers are going to be a pain, that's for sure. So we got a little bit of a skirmish going on here. What is he charging in? Is he just getting really close? I think he's charging in. Yes, we do have a charge here. Khan's Guard charging forward. Let's see this charge. Let's see if he can get a solid charge here. Not really. Wow. It's like the armored swordsmen were bracing. That charge only like killed a couple armored swordsmen, which is kind of unbelievable. I mean, I guess the Mongol heavy lancers don't have that great of a charge, but I did not expect that weak of a charge. Honestly, I've never seen that weak of a charge. I mean, that was pretty good. Pretty good for England. Not losing a lot of infantry. That's the only thing I don't really like about Locust's army here, is the fact that he doesn't really have a lot of anti-cav. Because he is outnumbered in the cav department, and usually when you don't have the cav strength, you want to bring a couple like spearmen or pikemen to help fight the enemy cav. But I think Locust just focused on his archers, which, I mean, it seems to be paying off. Look at this. He is slaughtering the Mongol heavy archers. Oh, wow. I think the Mongols have lost half of their army. And now we have the Egyptian infantry marching forward. I mean, also the good thing about yeoman archers is that they're okay in melee. So they're kind of versatile, and once they run out of ammo, which it looks like they might run out of ammo at the end of this battle, you could use them in melee. But this is pretty good for Locust here. The enemy's just walking towards his archers. And look at this. The Mongol heavy archers are getting slaughtered. We do have some cav charging after each other. I think the Mongols were trying to creep up on the English force here, but he's keeping them at bay with his feudal knights. And then we have some armored swordsmen to charge in to support his cav, which is a smart decision because feudal knights are not as good as Mongol heavy lancers. But we do have an infantry charge here. Look at this. Ooh, I don't know. These dismounted Arab cav, they're going to get slaughtered by the armored swordsmen. They're not going to stand a chance. So at least they're getting a charge bonus off. It could help out a little bit. Very cool infantry fight here. And oh no, look at this. Egypt, he left his archers to cav charges. They are not protected. And his infantry is not protected either. It's gonna be easy to get some hammer and anvil strikes here, but it looks like he's gonna go after the archers instead. Oh, actually we have Nafatoons here. That's a good target to go after. Nafatoons are very deadly, but this wasn't really timed well for Egypt. There we go. Here comes a hammer and anvil. So when you have Nafatoons, you want to make sure they're close by your infantry. That way, once your infantry engages in combat, kind of like right here, you get the Nafatoons throwing their pots as quick as possible. But here we go, cav fight going on. And we do have some breaking cav. And just like that, the infantry fight is over. Oh, we do have some rockets coming in, but rockets are so inaccurate. English cav here trying to keep them at bay. They're going to get a good charge off here on the yeoman archers. Look at that charge. Deadly. Devastating. Tragic. And then we have another feudal knight unit over here kind of running down the enemy forces while the Mongol cav is occupied over here.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Only half the force remains for the Egyptians, I do believe. Or did he say half of our force? I don't know. I wasn't listening. I never listened to that guy. So now he's going after the Nafatoons. The Nafatoons are just running around like chickens without their heads. I mean, they have nothing supporting them. They have no infantry, no cav supporting them, and this was kind of a waste of money because, oh, they're finally getting a volley off. Oh, there you go. There you go. You're getting something out of these Nafatoons.
Lord have mercy. We've lost half of our men.
So there we go. The English just lost half of his army. But look at the balance of power. This one is heavily in favor of England, which is pretty unbelievable after losing his ally like that. I mean, I don't even think Poland got 100 kills. Like, that is just crazy. Oh, sorry guys. All the trees in the way. Got peasants fighting some feudal knights. But I think it's pretty safe to say that this one is over. And there's more Nafatoons getting charged at. Good play there. General's bodyguard. Gonna slaughter some Egyptians. And then we have yeoman archers fighting off some dismounted air cav that I think returned to the battlefield after breaking. And then we've got the rocket launcher crew. They want a piece of this action, but they're gonna get slaughtered by feudal knights. Very cool. So if we're looking from a learning point of view, what every player did right and what every player did wrong. Oh, there goes the general. That goes. That's why you don't put your general in a artillery crew, because they can just easily get charged and the general's just dead in one charge. Oh, and there goes the Egyptian general. Just like that, both generals die within seconds of each other. Okay, so what did each player do right? What did each player do wrong? Well, first off, looking at Poland, his biggest mistake was charging everything at the enemy. Just charging all his cav, and when you blob up like that, it's easy for your enemy to just flank around you and surround you and just kill you. You do not want your flanks exposed. You want to make sure your flanks are safe, because it's easier to kill your enemy, or it's easier to rout your enemy than kill your enemy. Now, another mistake, if we're looking at the Egyptians and the Mongols, they kind of attacked England in waves, which is never a good idea. You want to keep your army together, because, you know, having a dynamic army, you know, spearmen protect archers, archers protect infantry, you know, stuff like that. Cav protects your army. You just want to keep your army together and use all the units together to make an effective attack. So yeah, the Mongols and the Egyptians, they kind of attacked in waves, and then England he concentrated his force, which, you know, he was just sitting up here with all of his army, and then he could just slaughter wave after wave after wave, and that's why he easily won this battle, which is still pretty unbelievable because his teammate just got slaughtered. So let me go and fast forward, because this is just people not wanting to surrender. He's just running down enemy forces. So yeah, let me fast forward. What do we have left? We've got some peasants. So let's watch this peasant unit here. See how long they last. I don't think he realizes that he's getting chased by peasants. There they go. There we go. Charge into those peasants, and they break, and that is the battle.
Only by a sword's edge.
Nice. Alright, so Locust getting 628 kills with 155 prisoners. That is pretty insane for a 2v2. Then we have BMKM21. Well, a 2v2 with low money. His teammate got 79 kills, which, you know, I think BMKM, he was a new player. So, you know, it's all about having fun. But if you're watching this, just make sure, or if you're a new player watching this, just make sure you spread out your army. You know, not too far, but not too thick. You know, just have a nice infantry line. Don't go in as a giant blob. Looking at the opponents, I'm a Dapper Dan man. He got 379 kills, which is pretty good. I think his rockets got a lot of kills. I wish I could see his rocket kills. It's probably ridiculous. He also got a lot of prisoners, because when you surround the enemy like the Mongols did against Poland, you capture a lot of them. You don't just kill them, you capture them. And then Egypt, Slender scares me. He got almost 300 kills with no prisoners. So a good game to all the players. This one was really interesting. I hope you enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun, and thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, guys, if you want to send me a battle replay, be sure to look at the description. There's a link. I made a video a long time ago, which I need to update. But look on the bottom there. It should say how to send me a replay, and then watch that video, and just send me some awesome battles. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.